Hi, this is part 2 of Wet n Wild. We're going to be talking today about the Wet n Wild Coverall that you can still buy in stores. This one's I've had for about a year. This is the 4 colors. You got the white, which is the highlighting. The yellow I've hit pan on. This is for dark circles under your eyes, darkness on the skin. The green is to counteract redness. I'm going to use it on my mild rosacea here. I'm going to put it all over my nose and over on this cheek. The purple is for yellowness in your skin. If you have yellowing under your eyes as you get a lot older, women sometimes get that yellowy, they don't know how to get rid of it. The lavender or purple will correct it. You just put it on a little bit. You don't need to be very heavy-handed, and it does work. So what I do is I'm going to, instead of using the yellow, because I've already in video 1, I used the Wet n Wild Cushion Peach under my eye. First I used a soothing gel, which is by the company Yes, which I will put in the description box. I used the Cushion Foundation, Cushion Concealer, I'm sorry. Sometimes it says you can use this a little bit as a foundation. So what I do is I take the Coverall, and I use a Laura Geller sponge, and she has a brush. I got this in a kit, and I'll show that in one of my videos. I got 3, I got a blush, I got a makeup topper, and I also got a mix of an eyeshadow that can also be used over your foundation to give you a little bit, not sparkle, not glitter, just a little bit of a shimmer that goes with her Laura Geller spackle. People put it either on first and then the foundation, or they mix it in with their foundation. I will show you in another video. So what I do is I take my sponge and I take the green. And you don't have to be too generous. And this is just one of those softy sponges. And what I do is I color correct. And what I do is it looks like a lot on camera. And I'm just doing a lot to be able to show you. I don't usually do this much, but it will be blended in when I use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation that everybody loves. What I do is makeup breaks up on me terribly around my nose. My problem is my nose is I have T-zone problems where the oil is on the T-zone. This way and this way. My forehead isn't too bad, my under eyes are dry, and my cheeks get a little oily, and so does my chin. But if a foundation can last with foundation, powder, and then setting spray on my nose, I know it's a good foundation. A lot of foundations will break up on you around the nose, which is horrible, and it'll break up right here near your cupid's bow, where your top of your lip is. Now what I do is I don't want to go too far up because I have on my Cushion Peach under eye, and I've also used in the last video my Maybelline Age Rewind cover under eye. Some people get it in the shade that they are. I like it just a little darker because also when I take my foundation and I stipple my foundation near my eyes, it takes away some of the darker Age Rewind. The foundation helps to, make it less. What I do is sometimes I'll bring it down. I put a little on my forehead because my forehead isn't as red. Try to be aware of not going over your eyebrows. I have very little eyebrows. You just don't want this on. You have to use a spoolie to get it off so you can put on your eyebrows. So what I do is I just let this sit for a minute, and then what I do is I take my Photo Focus Wet n Wild foundation, and this is soft beige. It's a little darker than me, but that's okay because I tried the light and it was a little too light. So what I was mixing them, but I went through it because I was mixing it with my CoverGirl foundation, which I bought in a shade a little too dark. So the Wet n Wild, you shake it up, soft beige, it has a paddle. Now, Wet n Wild foundation is typically, it is a medium coverage. If you want to build it up to full, which I will, you have to put on 2 layers. Or what I'll do is I'll put on this 1 layer, let it dry a little bit, and I'll take that Ulta foundation powder, and I will put it on, and it's as good, and it makes me full coverage. So I don't have to put on 2 layers of this in the hot sun, in the humidity in New York State, and it'll just start melting off. The Ulta powder foundation is really, really good, and it does lock you in. Plus I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, which I'll show in the next video, the setting spray. Now what I do is I take this and I dab it on, and what I do is, it does build to medium coverage, and I will use an It Cosmetics foundation brush that I got at Ulta. A couple months ago they had a sale, buy one get one half off, so they became $11 each. I think they were $22, $23 each when they weren't on sale. So this is the foundation brush by It Cosmetics. It's pretty nice. I wash it every time I get done with my foundation. It doesn't doesn't get crumbly. It's very soft. It Cosmetics makes great brushes. Morphe makes great brushes. But also, which I'm going to be talking about in the next video, is the Wet n Wild brushes for $2 and $3. This is my blush brush. I also use it just for powder, and then I use it for the blush or to blend out if I'm contouring. This brush is just, it's just amazing. And I have also their foundation stippling brush. It's similar to It Cosmetics. It is very soft, as soft as the It Cosmetics. I'm going to do a tutorial and just a video of all my brushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the It Cosmetics, and I'm going to stipple and blend. And what I'm going to do is just stipple, go up and down, up and down. Some people use a beauty blender, which I will show in a video. I have Walmart, which they call it Equate. It came in a 3-pack. It has a green beauty blender, and it has 2 yellows. The green, when you wet it, it puffs up. The green is supposed to help when you have foundation and you have redness in your skin. The green is supposed to help counteract the red. Now, I've used plenty of blending beauty blenders, and I didn't notice a difference between them and this one. This one is cheaper, and Walmart also has them on an end cap. They also have the lavender for people with yellow in their skin. They also have orange, which I believe that helps with people who have a darker skin. They also have, well, they have the green, the lavender, and they have just yellow. Yellow, I use the little yellow ones that I have here under my eyes. I've done it. I particularly like the foundation brushes. Beauty blending is okay if I want to make this a little lighter, if I want to make this less full coverage, if I put too much of this on. And what I do is I will use the beauty blender, put it under water, wring it out as best as you can, wring it out with a towel, and then what you do is you put it on your skin, you stipple it, which I will show you in another video, and it's very nice, and it will bring down the, if you have full coverage and you want to go medium, or you just want to do something light. Now what I do is, because I have the under eye concealers, I just stipple. I don't use a beauty blender under here because I don't want to remove the layers that I've put on. What I do is also bring it down your jawline because you don't want to have a mask. I learned that in the late 80s, Well, one day I was wearing CoverGirl. I was outside enjoying with friends, and my mother came over and goes, "Oh my gosh, you have a mask on. Now Mom show you how to put on foundation." Because that's around when I was 16. Nobody showed me. I just bought it. A girlfriend went, "Yeah, this is how you put it on." La la la. Bring it down. Really blend it. What you could do is, because my ears are exposed to everybody, I just bring it around the ears. And sometimes some beauty bloggers, they will bring it down behind their ears, which I will do. And I could just wash it off with soap and water. Now, what you do is, the coverage is pretty good. I blended it out. I know it does seem like a long time, but I do take time out to put on my makeup. If I have to do something quick, I will just slap this on, quick as a bunny, go like this, and I'll use the Ulta foundation powder, and I will put that on generously, hit that with some setting spray. I throw in a quick eyebrow, mostly like a line, lipstick, and I'm out the door. But I always make time for my makeup because my face is so exposed. I have very short hair. The first focus that people look at me, and they look right at my face. So you want to have it pretty decent. You don't want to look like, I don't want to look like a hag. I do this if I'm only going to Walmart, or if I'm just going to a store too. Yes, I will do this. It could be 98 degrees out with 98% humidity, and I will use this. Sometimes I'll shear it out just a little bit. But yes, I do this. And that's it. Look at it. It's primed enough for me to use the Ulta. Oh, there we go. For me to use the Ulta Double Duty Powder Foundation, which I will show you in a video. And then sometimes what I will do is, I will set my under eye. If I don't want to use that heavier foundation, I will set it with CoverGirl's loose foundation powder. It's very nice. I use it in, I believe I use it in translucent light. I think the translucent fair was a little too fair. And what it is it comes loose, has the typical CoverGirl 80s smell, has a puff. I don't usually use the puff, I use a brush. And it has all the little holes. They say to put the puff in, put this on, shake it, and then take the puff out. And the puff has some stuff. And they say to set your under eye. Or put it all over your face if you want. Just for this, I'm going to use this. And then I will make a CoverGirl video. So that's going to be it. My next video, which will be number 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild. I'm going to show you the concealer on my face, but I'm not going to really keep it on my face. I'm going to show you the Wet n Wild cream blushes. I rarely use them. They were given to me as gifts, and I love them. You know, given to me. I use them very sparingly. Usually I use Clinique's, which I will show you a video. I have Clinique blush, which is, I think this was given to me by my daughter also. It's very, very nice. I don't like them too thick and too creamy, but I do like them to be able to blend. Then my other video, I will show you all of my Wet n Wild lipsticks, and I think I have a couple other little things hanging around, and we'll talk about them. Thank you very much. Bye.